Hey you guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I hope you're having a lovely day. So I just want to say this at the top of the video. You know, I like a little sexy write, a little sexy story. You know, I like a little sexy write, a little sexy story. And I sometimes write a little literotica on my website. I've written, preseason aches, and then we had a little Two Scoop Paradise. Two Scoop Paradise Part 3 is coming out. It's going to be on the website for 24 hours. So when it's on the website, make sure you grab it, copy paste it, whatever you want to do with it, because then it's going to go onto the grooming channel. We're also going to bring back the grooming channel. It's time. Oh! Do you do those tarot card readings? Confirmation dehumidifier. Like, confirmation from the dehumidifier. Like, I don't know, do you guys do tarot card readings? Like, I'm on Tarot Card Talk, where, like, yeah, they'll say something, and then a bus will go past, and they'll be like, confirmation bus. So the fact that I was like, I'm gonna restart the grooming channel, and then it popped off, amazing. Yeah, we should start the grooming channel, because we started some really great work, and I'm really proud of the work that we did start, okay? Is it for anyone in particular? Yeah, I mean, I guess. All my videos kind of are, in a way, right? But also not really. Like, these are the things that I do to maintain. And if you want to do them too, great. I'm not infallible, guys. Like, I got grays. Like, he's coming through with some grays, but I think I'm aging like Mr. Sheffield from The Nanny. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying, like, you know, considering my grandfather on my mother's side, which is where we get our hair from, allegedly, he had a full head of gray hair by 30. I'm 36. So I think, like, when I started, like, realizing what I needed to take to kind of stop that from happening when I was, like, 26, I started going gray at 26. But all that to say, like, I'm pretty well maintained. And it's not just about the physical either. Like, this is a byproduct of lots of choices, right? This is not like, I don't set out to look a certain specific kind of way. Yeah. I go to the gym to feel the pump, to get the blood flow to the brain, because I like my dick hard when I fuck. Not that I am fucking, but, you know, when I fuck my hand, I guess. Like, I like feeling strong in my body. Yeah. I don't want a limp dick. I want a, you know what I'm saying? And yeah. That's also a big driving force behind, like, behind staying in shape is, like, I think, yeah, sex feels better when you're in shape. Sex, and not that I am having sex, because I'm not, but, like, whatever. It's not anyone's business. Oh my god, I'm showing all the grays, I'm, like, talking about my sex life, which is non-existent, but, like, it's that hormonal feeling of, like, even though you are not sexually active, you still want to feel sexy. Like, do you know what I mean? I still want to feel, like, blood flow to my extremities. I still want to, like, am I wrong? Is that wrong? Like, I hope when I'm in my 70s, I'm still fucking. Yeah. Like, yeah, I hope that when I'm in my old age, I'm still, like, it's still working. Everything's still working. So I'm approaching it from that mindset of, like, self-preservation. I want this good thing to last. Yeah. I want this good thing to last. I think of my body as a luxury. I think of my mind as a luxury too. Like, I gotta feed my mind good things. I gotta feed my spirit good things. I gotta feed my body good things. Do I like to, do some things that are probably unhealthy for me? Absolutely. Like, that's it's balance, right? Like, of course, I like to, lay on my bed and, bed rot and scroll on my phone. Like, of course, but is that good for my brain? No. But there are times when it calls for it. And sometimes that can be very healing, just to kind of like zone out and outsource your brain to an algorithm. But that's neither here nor there. All this to say, I'm bringing back the grooming channel. I'm proud of the work that we did. I'm glad I taught y'all how to wax yourselves, because I feel like if you had gone 3 years down the road of shaving, because it's been 3 years since we started it, if you'd gone down 3 years of like shaving your body, it would have been that real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad that I got the very like small important lessons out there, when I got them out there. I will just say that. Because yeah, again, I started waxing when I was in my 20s, early 20s, 21. And I loved it. Like, it just hurts the first time, you guys. It's the first time's the worst. And then it's just like, oh, I think your nervous system just wakes up to it and learns how to handle it. Yeah. But waxing your legs doesn't hurt. Waxing your booty hole does not hurt. Waxing your dick hurts. Waxing your balls hurts. The front hurts. Back, not hurt. I think because the skin is thicker around our booty hole. But I can teach you how to wax that too if you want to. I like that part of my body smooth. Back door, smooth. Front door, like I love hair there. Like, I like hair there, personally. I think dicks look better with hair. Right, dicks look better with hair. If the guy has no hair, it's odd to me. It's odd. It's giving infantile. That's what it's giving to me. And I want to know that you've gone through puberty. Like, I need some hair. Can I get them hair on the dick? So hair on the dick, fine. Trim it, fine. If you I do sometimes wax there. Definitely wax my balls. And that does feel good. Although it hurts more, it does feel good. I don't know, I just like it. Waxing's great. The hair grows back nicer. Yeah. Like, your skin underneath is smoother. Right? Yeah. No, waxing's it. Waxing's it for the body. Back to what I was saying, the grooming channel. So I bring back the grooming channel just to, like, maybe put my workouts up on the grooming channel. I sell my workouts on my website. If you guys want to know my meal plans, what I eat day to day, I can put that on and like sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is value and worth here in my expertise and what it is that I know about the human body. And now it's time to capitalize on it. The problem was I was unwell for the past 3 years and I couldn't sell anything. Who's going to buy something from someone that's like, hey guys, check out my new workouts. Like, get real. So, we're bone smashing, we're getting our lives back in order, we're growing back the jawbone. A little geriatric bone smashing. Hey, I'm willing to try anything at this point. But yeah. What was I saying? Bringing back the grooming channel. I know there was another subject I wanted to broach with y'all before. Oh. Yeah, the Lovecast episode. Listen. He knows what he's doing. That's all that was for. And I just put it out there and you just let it go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, it's very me to do that. It's like you get your dick out on the table and you're just like, boom, here you go. Like, take it or leave it. Like, I'm telling you what time it is. Like, if you're gonna step to me, this is what my heart looks like. And like, yeah, you better know what time it is if you're gonna come to this. And that's not just for anyone in particular. That's not for my crush or any of that. That's for any guy out there. Yeah. Because if I scared him away with that video, okay, that would make me sad and upset. But it's gonna be for somebody else. Somebody else is gonna see that video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will love again, babe. Like, I will love again. No, my heart is ringing. I will love again. Stronger than before. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the end for me. I sound like a contestant on a reality TV show. This is not the last you've heard of me. But, like, what I mean to say is that video served a purpose and a point, and it closed, I guess, a chapter. It closed, right? Like, and it got me thinking about a lot of different things. And that's it. I put it out there, and you just let it marinate, and you let people take from it what they want to take from it, or people don't. Whatever the case may be, you know, I'm a guy that's really interested in transformation, right? Like, and I think the right kind of love is going to transform you. You just need to make sure that it is with the right kind of person that, like, yes, you're attracted to, and you know, you physical and your romantic feelings, but like, yeah, you really gotta sort of, like, there's also like the practical logistical side, you know. You gotta be grounded. It's gotta be grounding love. It's gotta be realistic. But I'm a slow burning type, you know. Sagittarius, we get a bad reputation for being quite impatient, which we are sometimes, in the immediacy. But I think if we know that there's a goal worth being patient for, we can do it. We can do it. And I'm enjoying the slow burn. It's like building a bone broth from scratch. You know, you get the bones in there, you get the foundation, and then, you know, you cook it for 6 hours, and you throw in some necks, and then you cook it for another 15 hours, and then you throw in your herbs, and it's like the right amount of ingredients coming together to create love. And like, I know that those rules were really abstract and really quite like difficult to perhaps think about when you're so young. Because I think when you're at that age, it's like, I want them to be, your rules for love, I want them to be funny. I want them to be kind. I want them to look after themselves, you know? Like, I don't think they need to have a fit body, but I just want them to look after themselves. But that's like when you're kind of early 20s, like those are the things you look like: kindness, like respect, considerate. But like, yes, those are basic foundations and pillars, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, man, like when you get in love and then those emotions are running high, and then there's like other people, and I really understand why the Bible's like, you know, it doesn't say, I don't believe in, like, it doesn't say like, the whole wait until marriage shtick is really just code for don't be a rampaging slut, okay? Just don't be a rampaging slut. Make sure you have an emotional connection to the person that you share your body with. Yeah. Because once you've had that love making with your body, it's kind of hard to go back to casual whatever. That's why I think I don't do casual sex, because oh God, it's so scientific. Is this what we're talking about? I really just wanted this video to flow and see which way it would go. This is what we're talking about. Sex and the psychology of men is very, very interesting. Because, and women too, but I think men, I can only speak for men as a male living in a man's body, having testosterone, a ball sack, and a dick. That's the lens that I see this through, okay? Men, let me collect my thoughts. Okay, so I think as a man, the first, or maybe as a human, who knows, whatever, read between lines, take from it what you will. I think the first sexual experience that you have, the first time you have sex, penetrative sex, is very important for shaping and coloring the way you approach sex moving forward. So, if the first time you have sex, you actually make love and you have a really deep sense of emotional connection to the person that you're giving your body to, I think that shapes all of your physical, sexual relationships moving forward. I think that colors your romantic relationships also as a man. So, think about this way. If the first time you have sex, it is transactional, right? It's seemingly transactional. It doesn't have to be money, but it's like access. Maybe it's, I don't know, you get something that's in exchange. Or the first time you have sex, it's just like really, 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 really like hot and heavy and brutal and aggressive, and you didn't actually really know that person at all. And there was no romantic connection to them. There was no feeling towards that person. There was no connection in the first time you had sex. That's going to shape your sexual experiences moving forward. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's why I think the Bible talks about sex before marriage. It's more so like, make sure you have an emotional connection with the person that you're sharing your body with. Yeah, that's it. That's really just it. And I understand now how that is in some ways very like mystical and spiritual and actually quite magical, because it does color your experience moving forward. And I think that's why when there were plenty of opportunities for me to have slept my way to the top, man, I just couldn't do it. You know, I think as a woman, maybe it's easier because you kind of just need to lay there like bit lettuce, right? Like, what's it like for a woman to do that kind of thing? Because ideally, like, I can imagine, I don't know, but as a man, like, you really mechanically need to get your dick up. I cannot get my dick up for you if I don't have an emotional connection to you. Does that make sense? Because the first time I had sex, it was with people that I had an emotional connection with. So it's like, okay, now yes, I'm human. There are times when I'm like rampantly, hormonally, ragingly horny, and I could probably stick it in, you know, whatever, but not whatever, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would probably, you know, there are moments in a man's life where he is so painstakingly horny that it just like, it takes over all rhyme and reason in his brain. That like is a very real thing. Like, yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Not to say that it's like excusable, because sexual discipline is very important, okay? But that like bloodthirst need to fuck as a man, it exists and it's very real. And yeah, when it takes over, it can feel very overwhelming. And that's my experience as a man. But yeah, if the first time you have sex, you're in that mood, what does that say about all of your sexual relationships moving forward? Yeah. So, just something to think about. And it's really interesting because, like, yeah, there's another scientific theory that the first thing men orgasm to is also sort of like coloring and shaping the way, and yeah, it shapes their experience of attraction, right? So you have to think of, like, I know it sounds really weird and it is quite misogynist, but you have to study, like, think about female bodies over time, right? Like, what are baby boomers like? They liked that sort of lean, trim woman with like nice, modest breasts, Farrah Fawcett kind of. Does that make sense? That was like sort of the symbol, the sex symbol that they would have grown up with. That kind of like aesthetic. So a lot of boomer men, when you see them date younger, they don't date that like hugely curvaceous sort of like ba ba boom boom, big boobs, big tits, big ass. Like, they don't date that. They date like the yogi body woman, that kind of like Gwyneth Paltrow aesthetic. It's very 90s, because it carried on forward to the 90s, because marketing works as such where like they are always advertising to the largest generation. So for a very long time, it was the boomers. So the boomers held that flame right up until the 90s, 2000s. And then when they started having children, it shifted to millennials. So now, even though we do have Gen Z, and Gen Z is very influential in shaping culture, marketing is always going to go straight towards, it's going to go straight towards the biggest demographic. And that is still the millennial generation. Yeah. And I mean, what do we find attractive? Fuck. What do we not find attractive? I mean, I think the millennials, Pluto, Scorpio, too horny. Too horny. Millennials are all horny. Whenever the moon moves into Scorpio, I'm like, oh, watch out. Every millennial's about to be horny. Like, it's just like, it's like one of those weird things. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I'm fascinated by those subjects. Yeah, I'm fascinated by kind of, yeah. Intimate relationships, love, yeah. I'm excited to, I gotta go. I've got to really work on this project. And I have class in like an hour. And yeah, life is happening. But I just wanted to kind of like, I don't know, chill and have a coffee and like talk about weird things like that. And yeah, I think if you're a person out there and your first sexual experience was with a person that you loved, you are incredibly blessed and you're very lucky. Yeah. Because a lot of people's it's not like that, you know? And I don't know, just food for thought, things to think about. I put that video out there because I thought it would be helpful. And honestly, I feel like I saved you guys like a good 10, 15 years in therapy. There was like some good nuggets of information in there. I don't know. I know a lot of mysteries of my life. I need to tell, yeah. I feel like, I need to tell stories about things that have happened in my life, because I feel like there are a lot of unanswered questions for like a lot of different things. Does that make sense? Like, oh my god, it's giving law student. Oh my god, is it not? No, I'm like one of the mature students, so you can't talk in class. Everyone rolls their eyes at you when you talk in class and you're like an older student. I only talk in class if it's like if the professor's asking a question and no one is talking. Because I know what it's like to do that as a teacher, like as a swim coach. Like when you ask a question and the whole room is just like silent staring at you. If that happens, I then, as a courtesy to the professor, will say something. But I've noticed these little snotting, rotten nose kids in my cohort, really? It's like 50-50. Some of them seem to like, oh wow, he's interesting. Like, I really like what he has to say. And then the other half is like, shut up, oldie. It's like palpable. But, I don't know. I can't control how people perceive me. My intentions are pure. Yeah. Yeah. I come and go in peace, babe. I don't know everything. Yeah. I get into it. And people either like admire that passion and they're like, yeah, fuck with it. Or they fall back and like, I don't know, turn weird. But it's not any of my concern, really. Like, how people perceive me is like, yeah, I guess it is something to be concerned about, but I can't control everything. Yeah. I can't control an 18, 19-year-old's response. Because that's like a lot of what I'm surrounded with. I'm literally twice their age. Some of them. Like Amelia, who I sit next to in my class, is a Tongan girl. She's very smart. She's 18. I think she's 18. She's a part 2 law student. Maybe she's just turned 19. And yeah, I just have to remember sometimes that, yeah, what it's like to be that age. Yeah. When I was a student though, I was never, ever, ever rude to the mature students. I'm not like that. I think that's rude. I think like being rude to an older student in a class, it's sort of like being mean to a fat person at a gym. Like, you should never look down on a person that's trying to improve their life. And anytime I do see a person who is, larger at the gym, I just like, I always like, I think to myself, good on you. Good on you. Because I know that the first steps are the hardest. So you've shown up today. Good fucking on you, man. And I hope I see you again here next week, because that's what it's about. It's about the consistency. You have to keep showing up. You have to keep showing up. Oh, I don't know why I'm being so emotional all of a sudden. Because I just feel like these kids don't, they're so concerned with like looking cringe. They don't want to look cringe. And it's like, bro, you're not living life. Life is in the cringe. Life happens in the cringe, babe. Life happens in the cringe. No cringe, no gain. No cringe, no gain, right? But that's just kind of it. Is like, nah, bro, like, you gotta put yourself out there. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there. And I'm never gonna be the kind of person that ever shoots a person down. Like, I remember in my creative writing class, an older student, a mature student, came up to me after class one day. And I think it was because he was an older student, and I could tell that the attitude that the people in class gave him was not always kind. But I think he always knew that I gave him kindness. Like, when he spoke in class, I looked at him, I nodded, I took on board what he was saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that active listening that I think is different. And I think it's what's missing. And I think what's crazy about Gen Z is that, like, when they lock in, they are geniuses. The problem is, if it doesn't feel real, authentic, or sincere, they're not locking in. Yeah. They're not about it. Yeah. So, yeah. It's just all of those things that come with being an 18, 19-year-old. Like, all of that, like, self-consciousness, all of that, your mind is cracked open and all of these ideas are flowing through it, and you're being challenged in your thought process, right? So, and you're learning so much. Like, your frontal lobes don't develop until you're 25, right? So, yeah, like, that's a fact. It's a fact. So, and it's funny because I remember being 23 and 24 and being like, I feel like I'm really developed. And then you turn 25 and you're like, oh no, I'm now actually really developed. Like, I am now risk averse. I actually wouldn't do that thing that I would have done a few years ago. It's like a weird, it's like, yeah, you can't explain it, you have to live it. And I respect it. I respect that people have to live through things. I can't control people, but I can shape them. And that's the point of these videos, is like, I put up that video. Yes, it was very aggressive, maybe, but it was like, here. And you sit back and then you just let it marinate. And like, people get to things in their own time. You don't have to push it. But that's like, I think that's one of my love languages, is like giving people space. Yeah. I think I'm very good at that because I like my space too. So it's like, yeah. We can create these lanes as like large or as small as we want them to, so long as they're exchanging in a reciprocal two-way street. I'm fine. If you want your lane to be huge, great. If you want it to be small, fine. You know, but there are times when the lane's gonna get big and we're gonna be like, you know, both gonna really want space. Doesn't mean we don't loving each other. And there are times when we're gonna be really close and we're gonna want to be like all up in each other's grill. But I don't feel like that push-pull is not uncomfortable for me. Yeah. I think some people are with their anxious attachment styles, that push-pull is very hard for them. Oh, I live for the push-pull. I live for a slow burn and a push-pull. I live for sexual tension, baby. I live for it. Ugh. What, 3 years in the making, like, ugh. You know? I gotta go. I really gotta go. I said I was gonna go 10 minutes ago. I hope this was an interesting, insightful video. We kind of touched like on the deep psychological whatevers of like sex and psychology and whatevs. I love you guys. I hope you're well. I'm trying to center these sort of videos a little bit more around me and a little bit less around my crush. But what I will say is, since the last video, congratulations on Sportsman of the Year. How does he clap? He's like, oh. Wait. He claps like that. So yes, I clap for you. And what was the other one? Happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday. He looks really happy. He looks really healthy. I'm glad that he's at home. He's really in his element when he's at home. Yeah. North Node in the 4th house. What does that mean? He's in his element when he's at home. 4th house Cancer, 4th house home. So, yeah. I hope he's getting a lot of love and attention. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I can just imagine. I'm almost adamantly sure that he is really happy right now. Like, you can see it. You can just see it. His hair is thicker, his skin is clearer, he looks well rested. And look, I love his sport, I love his game, I love that. But what is more important to me is that he's happy and that he is healthy. Yeah. And you know, you gotta live in this body. I was a little out of pocket in the last video to kind of make any sort of suggestions about, you know, his career and what he should do with it. That's none of my fucking business, and I was out of pocket for saying that, so I apologize. I just want you to realize and know your power, and I think that stepping away for a minute is probably going to, you know, sit as a reminder. Yeah. Yeah. Not everyone has been brought here to start a revolution, babe. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have to respect that while I am quite radical and I am very open, I know that a lot of people are not. And it's about finding that balance, right? It's about finding that balance. I feel like I want to sign off on saying something insightful, but I don't know. I gave you guys a lot of meat already. Yeah, enjoy your time at home, babe. I'll get your little story up online, babe. Use your left hand, babe. Use your left hand. Because you know, obviously can't use your right hand. Do y'all have coconut oil in Spain? Okay, enough. Okay, I gotta go. Love you guys. Bye.